Greetings, I am GoldenWing and welcome back to episode 5 of my Let's Play Space Engineers series. Today I'm hanging out on the top of a giant fence post. Hope you're not afraid of heights. So, between the last episode and this one, I welded together this giant green post. If you'll remember, we had dug a really long tunnel down under the lake and all the way over to our base there. I actually welded all of that together. Yeah, that's right. It took just over 30,000 plate, I think, just to do that section. Yeah, that was fun. And then I welded this thing together. This is about 250 meters off the base there. And then this part I just stuck on here so I could stick our ship over here. But I think that's a good height. So today I want to get our solar panels down. So we're going to build some rotors on this and get a bunch of solar panels hung off this. I also want to show you what I did to our miner. So if you recall, we had built this with a bunch, or 4 really fancy drills on it, and it was doing a great job mining material for us. Well, the reason I wanted 4 drills on it is so that I could replace them at will with 2 welders, which are at the bottom, and 2 grinders, which are at the top. So this allows me to build, I can put parts in the storage. I can get to it. There it is. See? Got a bunch of plate and solar panel and batteries and all kinds of good stuff we'll get to. And then I can use the welders to put that all together. So, and all I had to do is just pop the drills off and put the welders on and the grinders. Okay, so let's get to this. Now we're going to use rotors. If you've not used rotors before, they look like this. There's a rotor, and then there's something called an advanced rotor. Now an advanced rotor essentially acts as a conduit. So it lets items pass through. Now we don't really need items to pass through, we just need it to be a rotor. So we're going to use the basic one. So we'll see if I can't get enough resources to build maybe a couple of these. And we're going to put one of them. I want to be sort of careful. You see how I don't know if you can see it, but there's there's degrees on that. 180 degrees, 90 degrees. I want to make sure that I'm trying to be a little smart about where I'm facing those. I know I want to build a rotor there. Yeah, okay, so let's do that much. I can show you why I like these welders on this ship so much. So unlock the landing gear. That's good. Get the ship over here. Switch to our welders. And bing. All done. Back off here and let it rest on the pad there. Okay, so that'll give us a rotor to spin horizontally. Can I get to that little container again? That would be really cool. Awesome. Oh, I got a ton of steel plate. Fantastic. So, next thing I want to do is Shift P. By the way, if you haven't played with colors, P lets you pick a color, and then if you want to grab a color from something else, like maybe I want to grab this gray over here, I can put my block on, just over it, and then hold down Shift and hit P as in Paul, and it'll pull that color. So, why did I pick green? I have no idea why I picked green. We're going green, that's why I picked green. Makes sense. So let's just build a little bit of a platform on this. Maybe we'll put those, oops, that's not the right one. There's the slope. There it is. Put that on. That on. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am to get this solar array out. This is going to be great. Okay, so we'll have this platform that'll spin around. That's good. Now I want to make sure we have 2 more rotors. Let's put one off here. I think I'd like 0 facing up this time. So let's see. Can I get in a position where I can see it? Alright, yeah, that's like 180. That's, nope, there we go. 90 for 0. Yep, perfect. That's what I want. Put this one on over here. Make sure 0's facing out. Cool. That'll just make it a little easier when we get to the script part of things. We'll at least know where 0 is. Okay, let's release the landing gear again. And we'll go weld this up. That's good. Can we get to the other side? The welder, or the rotor rather. And last one. Cool. Okay. So you should be able to hang out here for a minute. Sure, it's not frightening at all. So, we've got a couple of rotors. Let's grab some blocks. I'm not sure exactly how large I want to make these, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, let's start with 10. You can always add more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, now Clang, be nice. We don't need you to go crazy. Alright. So, these are the solar panels I'd like to use. And they're going to take, what, construction components to lay out? Which I do not have enough of on me. Let's go grab some, put my jetpack on. Almost walked off that without my jetpack. I haven't fallen off of this and killed myself yet, but talk about that too much. I think we're going to. Okay. So, if these are all zeroed out, I might want to do maintenance on them. See it shaking? I think it's doing that because as I add these, it's recalculating the mass. So we're just going to ignore it and hope that it doesn't, you know, tear itself to pieces. Lay these out. I don't know that I brought enough solar panels with us in the mall to do all of these. In fact, I'm nearly positive I didn't. I have been having Tim back at the base down there make more solar panels, so it's not a problem. We can just come back and make more. Oh, don't tell me I put those on backwards. No. Cool. Good. Excellent. If you haven't noticed, if I get real close here, there's 2 different ends to solar panels. This end has the 4 little lights that shows you strength. The other end does not. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you put them on, but then again, it might a lot. At least this way they'll look uniform. Oops. So I'll lay a few more of these out. My 10 out turned into what, 40? That was fast. So that's sort of... Yeah, see, I don't know. Maybe we want to go double? If we stuck one on, yeah, this way. You know, so the lights are on the other side. Maybe twice as long? Or twice as wide? Well, let's see if we can get this many going first, and then we can add more if it works. Alright, so I think I put a group of the welders on this bar, so I can just toggle them on like this. And then, assuming I don't crash the ship into the solar panels, this should work well, he says as he approaches. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough. Do I? Wow. I wasn't sure I'd have enough to do one side. See how far we go. I added a bunch of solar panels and supplies to this. I still wasn't sure, you know, how many panels we were going to add or how big it was going to be. Of course, I also had to carry like 40,000 plate. Yeah, it looks like I ran out of, let's take a look. Did I run out of solar panels? No, we've still got some. Just not close enough? We out of something else? Maybe that's it. Your perspective's a real hard thing to work out in this game. Okay, so let's see. Get over here and maybe add whatever supplies we've got. Whoops. Alright. Are we now on a solar panels? Solar. No. Okay. Well, step one, turn the welders off. I don't want to weld myself. That would be painful. What are we short on, fellas? Tubes. Large steel tubes. Right. Boy, this thing is shaking. Why, that is just not disturbing at all, is it? Maybe we ought to do something here. Let's get maybe a control panel. Do we have enough to? I even get to my supply? Oh, there. Yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, let's maybe stick a. Whoops. Control pad there. There. Now we'll at least have access. I'm actually going to group these. I'll call this solar. Not solar riot. Come on. Thank you. Solar rotors. Solar riot. Braking torque is off. I do like to shake. Alright. Well, I am probably going to reload and see if this settles down a little bit. I'll also grab the missing, what did we say we need? Large steel tubes? Is that all we're good here? Yeah. I will also grab some large steel tubes. And I will be right back. Welcome to Space Engineers, where restarting causes everything to settle down. It's not shaking anymore. That's a good thing. I also removed our little temporary platform, and I did this, which I thought was kind of clever. I stuck landing gear right off the back, so we're sort of landed to the side. Yeah, I don't try and make logical sense out of it, but it works for this game, so good. I don't want to be in this view. Let me get... much better. We got a bunch of lights on this thing. Where's the light switch? Right. Okay, well that's not going to help anybody. So I brought a bunch of components for more solars. So let's go weld these guys up. Welders. Yeah, there we go. So, cool. Now I want to go down to the bottom. We've got solar panels. We also need, I think, some batteries would be good. And I know we have some, like 2 back at the base there, but I think we can do better than that. And we're going to need a programming block so we can manage all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and shut the engines down because they're noisy. And let's go take a look. So, oh yeah, I added a cargo container over here because I was overflowing on plate and I needed to make some room. I'll move that back over to the base at some point. I did a great job of landing. Oops, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Fantastic. So I cut out a little room down here. Yeah, wasn't kidding. Little room. But I thought we could put some batteries in down here, and there should be enough room to fit a timer and a programming block. So give me just a second. I'm going to do that right now. All right. So can I just tell you that power cells take forever? I decided to build 6 of these batteries down here, and they each take 240 power cells, which takes a lot of trips back and forth. I actually don't have enough power cells to complete these, but that's okay. We're making them back at the platform there, so we'll get them. But we've got plenty to start. I also added a timer, which I've called solar alignment, so I can keep track of it. We'll get back to setting him up in a second. And I added a programming block here, which we're going to need to use. I also put a screen on the outside and a button panel over here. I think that's all the hardware we need at the moment. So let's go play with this. So we want to come in here, and I'm going to use a script, this one, Isys Solar Alignment. He does a fantastic job. Isys Solar is the name. Does a great job with this. So we're going to use this one, and tells us here that we're supposed to create a group called solar rotors and group all the rotors needed for the solar array in it, which we've done. This is about rotating to sunrise, which we'll get to. Here it tells us to name an LCD solar alignment so that it can recognize it. Anything else in here we need to play with? We might want to put in a corner LCD, so we'll have to modify this. For now, that's fine. Base light management. So this thing will turn on and off lights during the night for you, which is kind of cool. We might get to that. Yeah, so that's great. We'll just check code like that and remember an exit. And then we should go take a look at that timer. Let's see, we created the group, told us to do that, and those have our rotors in it. I did create the solar panel with solar alignment, so we're good there. Let's go into the timer, and we should set up actions. And we want to run solar alignment. I think we just run like that. Actually, take that back. I think it's with default argument. Yeah. And then start. That's our timer. So kick that off. And come over here. Rotor group not found. Solar... Oh, I misspelled it. Derp. And you still have all our rotors in it, okay? Aha, there we go. So, we go over here. They're moving. And we've got a bit of an output here. So it's telling us stats about the solar panels. We've got 40, their maximum output, their current output. It's tracking how many batteries we have, and it's actually it takes like it says, it takes a full day, but it'll calculate where you are, so it has some idea of where sunrise and sunset are. Now over here there are some command arguments we can send to this. So if we pull solar alignment down here and we say run, and in the argument we say pause, And this button will pause those rotors right where they sit. So if you wanted to, say, work on it, or it was, you know, having a bad day there or something. There's a couple others we can put in. We can use resume. This is all laid out beautifully in this video, by the way, which I'll link in the description. It says script execution paused. And if we hit resume there, now it'll keep running. So that's really useful. The other one I'd like to add, let's find that block again. Run. I want to add this one. This is rotate, and then we can give it a degree horizontally and a degree vertically. And if you remember, we were trying to be pretty careful as to where 0, 0 was. So hopefully this will rotate it back to that horizontal position. If we do that, it should rotate back to what it believes is 0, 0. Let's go take a look. Jetpack on. Hop in the ship here. Do I have the engines on? No. Unlock the landing gear. Should look above me before I crash into the solar panels. Looks like they've settled down. Yeah, look at that. They stopped right at 0, 0. That's cool. And with us hitting the rotate key, I should have looked at that panel before we came up. They'll be paused right now. So I actually brought enough materials to add another 40 panels to this. So I think we should do that. I'm wondering whether we should go wider or taller. I kind of want to go both, if I'm being honest. Have them 20 wide, and then would that be 4 rows, I guess, on either side instead of 2? Maybe we go taller this time. Let's get out of the ship here. I put construction components. That's what we need to lay these out. Into here. Grab a punch. Alright, so this is what I was thinking. If we took these, grab that color, I laid them out like this. We could get them there, 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 and there, right? Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I think, yeah, I can just walk on them. That's cool. So with that rotate command, this should make modifying or working on these panels a little easier. We should just be able to do this, right? Well, if I get the first one down, maybe that would help it. Yeah, cool. You can just stand on the panel like that, go down the line. So next I want to think about, so we've got power sort of taken care of. We might have to upgrade from that small little reactor we have, but should significantly supplement our power demands, which is great because I'd love to add a bunch of assemblers and refineries, and maybe a bit more storage. So maybe we should think about expanding our base, or for that matter, building one in the first place. I think that's probably the next order of business. Let's get over to our welders, turn them on. It is pitch dark. Maybe I will turn those lights on. Hey, look. Amazing what you can see when you turn the lights on. Get in close here. Perspective's a thing. Be able to just kind of go down the line here. And I'm probably missing something. Oh, do I still have... I probably have all the construction components. Let's just add everything in my inventory into here. Maybe that'll help. Am I really missing stuff? I thought I brought all the stuff for this. Step 1, turn the welders off. Nope, those are the grinders. Boy, you don't want to confuse those two. Welders off, grinders off. Okay. Now, what am I missing? Computers. Alright. Well, we'll add what we can here. That's not frightening at all. Just hovering vertically over your solar array. I mean, that's fine, right? Could possibly go wrong. You know what would be helpful is if I turned the welders back on. I'm thinking. Let's see, we want to kind of rotate this way. Down the line here. There we go. That'll add everything we've got. I'll have to go back and get more computers, I guess. Pretty sure we have a ton. I thought I had grabbed everything for 40 additional panels. But apparently I did not. Not a problem. Okay. I'm gonna zip back and grab those computers. BRB. Alright, we are on our way back. I grabbed about 500 computers. They only needed a couple of Ps, so it should be way more than we need. Can't wait to see the sunrise. This will be cool. Yeah, see, I think that looks more appropriate, but it might need to be twice as wide. You guys have to let me know what you think in the comments. Should we go bigger? Like that should even be a question. Let's see now. Welders are on. There we go. Sit down the line here. Now the cool thing about that script is it's really quite robust. So it will pick up on these new solars very, very quickly. It's quite an amazing job that he did with it. Right, and done. So now, let's pull our ship out. I love that Horizon script. And, yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's go down. Hopefully not crash into the ground. That'd be awesome for me. Ship's a bit heavy with all the plate and everything I've got in it. Thought those higher tiered engines were silly Yeah. I should upgrade the engines, actually. I was also thinking maybe about building a more dedicated welder. So we're going to need kind of a better one than this, I think, if we're going to be doing significant base building. But for now, certainly serves the purpose. Let's see now. Welders off, grinders off, lights off, engines off, reactors off. There we go. So rotation done, script paused. That's because we did the rotation button. Should be able to use so a way I could name these. I forget now. I thought there was a way to apply a proper name to that. But we should be able to hit run. Let's take a look here. Yeah, there we go. 80 solar panels. Max output. Don't think that max output is accurate. Maybe it is. I think it's, yeah, it's just reading what it's found so far. So yeah, it's going to take a day or so to calculate. So tell you what, I am really excited to see what this looks like at sunset, or excuse me, at sunrise. I know you are too. So I will go ahead and pause right now because we are running out of time quickly. But I will pause right now and we'll take a look. So there we are. We waited all through the night. It's just beginning to be dawn. You can see our solar panels. They're moving. They're moving slowly, but they are moving. As the sun comes up, the script will check essentially these values, these 4 little blips, and it'll continue to rotate. There's the sun. As it moves overhead, the solar panels will keep, or the rotors and script will keep the solar panels facing the sun. So now the next thing we'll want to do, and we might be able to tell, is figure out what angle they're set to right now, and then we can tell the script what this angle is. That way they are set in the perfect angle for morning, and then as soon as they detect morning, they'll go. Otherwise, you know, we could be a little more efficient that way. So if we hop back in to here, we can take a look. Max output 4.79 megawatts. I'm not actually sure what the output on those are. I should check. It's looking great. Stored power's going up. Fantastic. I also added a couple of lights here, so we'll get to see how the light management works for that. So that is fantastic. Power should no longer be much of an issue. That's great. Still think we should add more. So tune in next time, and we'll go ahead and build up a larger base and get much more refineries and production going, get that ramped up, and then I think it's time to go look towards the stars and maybe explore some of the other planets and resources the system has to offer. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you all have a fantastic day. And until next time, have a good one.